Welcome to FitByFood, where we outsmart binge eating without restriction. In this video, I will talk about how to switch from just seeing your coping mechanism of overeating as self-sabotage and then feeling shame of it, to taking it as a cue that you are unbalanced. Taking your fixating on food or snacking as a cue. Take it as a cue that you are not balanced. And this completely shifts the whole thing. You don't feel like a victim to this unconscious pattern, and you see it instead as a way to really give your body what it needs. It's this stuck in this victim mentality of being in shame after you binged and feeling hopelessness, to actually seeing it as an opportunity to grow, to become more of who you are, to regulate, to go on to the path of actually growing up and taking accountability for your relationship to food and health. This is so important. Instead of just viewing this habit as an excuse to stay in this old version of yourself, take it as an invitation to level up. You can do this and start doing it to create a bit of more space when it happens. When you notice that you really want to eat something, even though you know that you've eaten enough, that you want to snack on something, and you know that you've eaten enough, so that's important because we have hunger signals for a reason. So if you are hungry, you of course nourish your body. But start to explore if there is another need underneath. Underneath the coping mechanism, there might be another need. It can be, let's take 2 examples. So we have maybe that you worry a lot after work. You feel like you're so stressed, thinking about a lot of things. So maybe the need there would be to get a bit more clarity and organize your thoughts. But maybe you just feel anxiety and then reach for food. So this would be, reaching for food would be your more reality escaping tendency, and can create even more stress because you are escaping your responsibilities. Instead, if you would not procrastinate and take a bit of time to organize, then you would feel much better. So the need here would be for more structure. Another example could be that you had a bad experience at work. When you come home, you notice that the scenario keeps repeating in your mind, and you're trying to escape it unconsciously and just want to reality escape in food, in like a series or movie or something, and trying to push it down. But what the psyche is asking from you is that you process this. Maybe there is some gold in that happening, that situation at work or at school, whatever you have going on, that needs to be integrated. You need to learn from it. So the need here would not be to escape the experience because it did happen. The need here would be to integrate. And that we can do by different things. We can do it with other people, like asking a friend if you could talk to them and say, you don't need to give me advice, I just want to explore and talk about this. Or you can do it by yourself, aloud. You can do it with using AI, ask for reflections back. There's a lot of ways. You can write down on a piece of paper, on your computer. Just processing would really reach the need for this. In this scenario, if you would reach for food and just eat a lot of food and then reality escape in some movie, this would mean the same thing as the other example. You would just push it down and create more anxiety. And this is the self-sabotaging habit that happens. The coping mechanism of using food and snacking doesn't help. It might help momentarily, but we want to be peaceful long term. That's why you are here. That's why you're listening to me. We want to feel safety in our body. We are done with the old ways of coping. We're done with using binge eating as an excuse to stay in the fearful state, the unregulated, unbalanced state. We want more out of life. So open the door to try to explore if there is a possibility that you might have another need underneath the food, the snacking. Maybe there is something else here. And starting to explore, the word needs didn't resonate for me for the longest time. I got so triggered and frustrated when people asked me what is my need, because I didn't know. This is where we need to get a new vocabulary. So you need to start to understand, what is it that I actually need? Is it like company from other people? Do I need alone time? Do I need less stimuli? Do I need to rest my body? Do I need to get inspired? Do I need to get optimistic? Do I need to take care of myself, self-soothe, but not with food? Maybe it is taking a lavender bath. Maybe it is making, or it's like putting on a face mask, or maybe it's listening to music and singing, maybe it's dancing. There are so many things that we can do that helps regulate in a much better way than overeating on food. And start to explore this. Do a need log. So this this could be that you start to make a list, and every time you notice that you had a feeling of fixating on food, and you knew that maybe it's not about the food, maybe it's not that I am hungry, I just need something, shove down something. And then you start to explore with different varieties of what you can do, and you notice that you do find something, that you do find that when I took a walk instead, I felt great. And then you put on that list and start to get more awareness about how can you regulate instead of just using food. And of course, I hope you know that I'm not saying that you should drop your coping mechanism of eating. That is the opposite of what I do here at FitByFood. I want you to indulge if that is what you feel like you must do. But here at FitByFood, I do promote a high carb, low fat, plant-based diet that you can indulge on. Eat unlimited amounts, but eat these food groups and you will lose weight. This is why we have the name FitByFood, because it's the food that makes us fit. It's not working out, compensating by burning calories or starving ourselves. It's the food, the right foods. So don't get triggered that you're trying these different methods of coping. It doesn't mean that you will never indulge in food again. This is not what we're here to do. We're just starting to explore a bit. See it as you're like experimenting with yourself, seeing what you actually do need. Because if you realize what your needs are and you can take care of yourself better, you can take care of other people better also. Don't get discouraged by the word need like I did. Don't get intimidated. And if you do need more awareness about what needs are, I would suggest checking Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or using AI to give you examples of different needs, or just Google, old school. But just like start to explore the different types of needs you have and what could be a better and more efficient way for you to self-regulate. And again, we're not ditching the coping mechanism of using food to feel better about ourselves or reward ourselves. It's not what we're doing at all. It's just a bit of experimenting. Subscribe if you want more content like this to get more awareness about this unconscious coping mechanism that we have. And remember, it is possible to get fit by food.